when the thing comes on, it's going to go.
I hope not.
You fire up the motor.
It might.
Woo! We're back.
Episode 70. What up, Captain?
Nothing. This is our loose end tie-up episode.
Maybe.
We spent weeks discussing things with no resolution.
The laptop's been charging for a whole week.
Did it work?
So, let's see if we can even turn it on.
The hamsters are cooking.
That's right.
I mean, so we have plenty of loose ends to tie up. Can we do it?
I don't even remember what they were.
I do. We got ammonia.
That's good.
We got ammonia out of people.
Oh, ammonia sweat.
We got who's replacing Glenn Tipton. White Queen stinks.
Okay.
And
is that a loose end, though? That's just... we kind of closed the door on
yeah,
that,
I guess
right?
so, yeah.
Yeah.
If you like Broadway, if you like Broadway, you like Queen.
Hey, there you go.
Otherwise, you're...
A lot of queens like Broadway.
That's right.
That makes sense.
It really does.
It do.
Uh-oh. It's disconnected from the television now?
I don't know. Maybe the TV's on standby. The monitor. All right.
It's always something.
We're going to do this shit right in the middle of the episode. You don't care. We're wild.
This is like hold music noise. Tim's plugging in TVs. Nothing's on.
Son of a bitch.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's got to be an on button on this thing.
Right.
There's always one of those.
I just see a red dot. That's all I see. He's in the front? What's in the front?
That's the FBI gonna shoot you in the face.
Probably.
If I had glasses, this might be easier.
Ding, 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 ding.
Source. Volume.
It's got to be there.
On off.
Get you some.
There we go. It's blinkety blankety.
Emerson. Where's Lake and Palmer?
They did, bro.
There's a cover band. Imagine three guys, Epstein,
imagine,
Lawrence,
if you will.
And Peters came out.
Whew.
Isn't it weird that they replaced the P with the P, right?
Did they?
Wasn't Carl Palmer replaced by somebody with a P?
Robert?
Who else played drums in ELP?
Robert Palmer?
No, not Robert. Carl Palmer. Wasn't there another P that replaced P?
Mm-hmm.
There was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What happened here?
I don't know. Silliness is what's going on.
What are we doing? What are we doing? How are we living? What's going on here?
We're trying to fix loose ends, and our loose ends are not...
They're not fixing.
Anyway.
Let's continue on.
So, yeah. Glenn Tipton, we have no idea who replaced him, if anybody.
No. And we won't know because this is all bullshit.
Our stuff stinks.
I'm just going to work over here. I'm turning my back to you. I don't want to talk to you
We're
anymore.
off the rails at this point. Number 70 is going exactly as you thought it would.
Right in the toilet.
Hey, it fits the name of the show.
All right, what else we got?
Glenn Tipton's replacement. Start with the easy one. Anyway, folks.
Do-do-do-do-do.
It's not ideal the way we're doing this today, but we'll get through it.
All right. This was in 2023?
Last year?
Andy Sneap was filling in.
Good old Andy Sneap. Who's that?
Exactly.
Never heard of that guy.
The Snaper.
You think he's getting paid good? Think you get paid good to hang out with Judas Priest? Or do they give you you're hanging out with Judas Priest, how much do you really want to get paid?
Yeah.
It's like a weird...
Who knows?
It's probably a weird thing, right? Because you figure Ian Hill and Halford are the main. I mean, Travis has been there for a long time.
Right.
Snape.
Who's this guy?
He looks like he could be friends with everybody.
Was credited for name production work. Oh, he's a producer.
Okay.
He played on some Opeth albums. Or he produced Opeth and Killswitch.
Okay.
Alright, he's a producer. He's the heavy metal...
So that's him and...
He's the heavy metal Butch Vig.
So him and Faulkner, the youth of the band.
Alright, so he did some production work for Priest.
Did it say the Big Four? Live from... He mixed the Megadeth show from the Big Four, huh? Wow. Mm. Okay, so...
There you go.
He has some cred in the metal realm.
He has to. They wouldn't just let anybody walk in there.
Oh, I agree. I mean, but at that point, are they like, well, you're hanging with Priest, so you're gonna get hangout money.
It was gonna cost us $100,000 to buy under their tour.
100?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. To be the opening slot.
I don't even know which opening it would be.
Like doors opening and you're playing. You're basically like, they throw out like probably something that could be killed by the bull before the bull gets to actually fight the person. Like, you think any of it, like...
That's a big nut to make back.
100? That's a lot of t-shirts. That's a lot.
Because you play those shows, Union takes half.
Of whatever you sell. So now you gotta sell $200,000 worth of merch.
That's why t-shirts are so expensive.
How long of a tour would it get you on for $100,000?
I think it's 2 weeks.
2 weeks for $100,000. Now who gets that money? Priest?
Who knows?
See, that's what I mean.
Who knows? That could be their tour manager side business.
There's a lot of dark money.
Yeah.
I mean, they talk about dark money in politics. There's a lot of dark money in music.
Fuck yeah.
The good old days when a bag of cocaine would fall out of a record. And they would play it.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
It's no different. What's the name? If you read some of the reports, Jay-Z paid a couple $100,000 for places for his wife's song to be played so that she can top the country charts.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's weird, though. So there's no merit to it.
But they don't care. It's about money. It's not about merit.
I know it is. It's, well, to the purist, I guess, of the country scene, they feel.
But here's the thing: did anybody really buy it?
I don't know. You know what I mean? It's so weird now.
What does
singles?
What does being on the top of any chart actually get you?
Streams, I guess, income.
Does it though?
Sure.
If they're not real streams, you're not really getting any money.
But if
any real streams.
But if it's enough that it's in.
Or you think there's a lot of suckers that just say, "Oh, it's number one. I have to hear it."
Mm-hmm. Think there's some algorithm thing that where people get it whether you like it or not. I mean, I don't use radio stations and Spotify or things, but I'm sure if you do, they're going to put those popular things in there.
Right.
And then I'm sure it translates over to her YouTube page. So you get those streams, right? Those streams pay more money, right? Views pay more money than streams.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure she's got millions. I mean, if you look, there's probably 100 million down, because the single.
Right.
It's not like anybody had to go out and really... It's amazing how nobody has to go out.
It depends what the video is, too.
Right. It's amazing. You don't have to do any work as a consumer of music. You have no skin in the game.
Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of like an investment, right? You put $100,000 in and you get $1 million back.
Maybe.
You hope.
You hope.
Right?
Do you think you could, though?
I could what?
You pay $100,000 to be on a tour for 2 weeks.
And make it back?
It's tough.
It's a big nut.
200.
Say you do 10 dates in 14 days.
Right.
Right. That's $10,000 a night.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So you have to sell basically $20,000 worth of merch.
Shirts. Let's say shirts are 25.
Because you're only getting half of it.
And if a shirt's $20, it's 1,000 shirts, right? Now, do you have the merch?
Right. Well, you would have to get
right.
it.
Now you need 10,000 shirts.
Right. You have to.
Right.
So you got to dump a lot of money into the merch, plus the buy-on fee.
So you're looking at $200,000 for 10 dates. That seems like an impossible hill to climb.
No, it's you're definitely going into red. It's just a question of how much.
Right.
Right. Because even if they're playing 10,000 seaters, right? You think 10% are going to buy your shit?
Maybe not. Do you think 10? Do you think 10%?
I don't think 10% buys Priest stuff.
Do you think 10% will even show up to hear you?
No, fuck no.
Especially if you're a third on the bill.
1%, maybe. Yeah.
I mean,
and out of that 1%, how much is actually going to go out and buy your shit?
Right. With the exception being if you have a cool shirt. I don't know if they even do that anymore. Cool shirt is good. But I don't know if they even do that anymore. Like somebody like we talked about showing up for a show.
What has to happen is you have to somebody has to see it that says it was good and it has to pass along. Like that used to be Rolling Stone or critics or whatever. But now you need to get some kind of influencer douchebag on your side.
And you'd have to get to the town, promote on the radio, get your songs on the radio.
All that.
Probably at the lowest level. Not
college stations.
Right, because you couldn't get it on corporate stations.
Maybe not.
That bag of cocaine in the record.
Maybe not. It really depends who your representation is.
Right. But you would hope your rep would be able to negotiate down that $100,000. Or they would front it, and now they're in the red.
Well, that would be the ultimate thing, right?
Sure.
Because it was always like a question of, we want to do this. All right, like, well, how much is that going to cost? That's going to cost $5,000. I was like, well, the guy who's pushing us into this, if he believes in it so much, why didn't he put up 5 G's?
Right.
And we just pay him back first, and then we get whatever's left.
Sure.
If anything.
Right.
Right?
That's what I mean.
Because isn't that what, like, Bill Coyne did with Kiss?
Mm-hmm. He spent all his money.
Yeah.
So went into debt majorly to get them out there.
I'm just saying.
Right. It's his investment. Now you have to...
You either believe or you don't believe. Which one is it?
And you have to show up. You can't half-step it. You got to go in full, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but like now, like I said, there is no pressure on the person. You know what I mean? You can accidentally hear, not this podcast, but you can accidentally hear any of these songs. Be it TV, car commercial.
If we play songs, we have 40 seconds of silence in an episode.
Yeah, we tried to play songs, and they didn't like that. Which is like, we're helping. We're celebrating you.
I don't get it. Why not?
I don't get it. We're celebrating you.
Fucking songs that nobody's heard in 30 years.
Yeah.
Right.
We're helping you. The Russians didn't like that.
Yeah. The funniest part was that it said you won't get royalties from Russia. I'm like, we don't get royalties from anywhere.
Yeah, right. Who cares about Russia? Who knew Putin loved that guy that much? But like I said, the music they have no skin. They don't have to go out and get the record.
Mm-mm.
It's never going to go away, right? It's already imprinted on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's never going to go away. So you can hear it at your leisure, that one stupid song or two stupid songs or whatever. It's just weird, like, why, you shouldn't.
I'm going to write an album. I'm going to call it 10 Stupid Songs.
Perfect. Right.
There you go.
And song 1 is just singing about the first stupid song, and the second stupid song, make a ballad as the third stupid song.
Number 2 sucks.
Yeah. You thought the first one was bad. Where do you get a load of this one?
And fuck number 3.
So I guess you spend your $100,000. Back to the other scenario, you spend your $100,000, you do your 2 weeks, and you hope that you made enough that you can book those places on your own, smaller venues.
Well, here's the thing: you also don't know what 2 weeks it's gonna be, right? So if it's like Calgary and Fargo, or are you I don't know how well they sell there.
Right.
So how well are they gonna? What are my chances of getting something out of it?
So on the oddball, so if you broke that down to say they toured for 50 weeks, it's 25 bands. That's $2.5 million of extra money.
It definitely sounds like a side hustle to me.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. I mean, that pays for whatever, right? Everybody's Lamborghini, whatever they,
Or one guy's Lamborghini.
And his house.
Mm-hmm.
And his cocaine. that he doesn't give to the record labels.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Who knows if that even crosses Halford's desk?
Right.
Probably not.
He might not even know you were on the tour.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is this guy eating my fruit?
Yeah.
Literally.
Exactly.
Just trying to get ahead.
Oh, he's cute.
That's what you need. You need one roadie that could take one for the team on that tour. That'll keep you around. Listen, Brad, I know it's not your normal, but
yeah.
we got bills to pay.
Yeah.
Now, do you think there's an outside chance that at the end of that 2 weeks, somebody goes, you know what, stay on for nothing? That must have happened in the past, right?
I'm sure.
When like bands
something.
like
yeah. Well, that's why you see so much ass kissing going on.
Right.
Like we played with a few people who had careers, right? And
that's a good term. They had careers.
they had platinum albums.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, it might have been 10 years in the past or 15 years or whatever, but
they still did it.
They still did it. They're still, selling 1,500, 2,000 seats at a clip.
Right.
Right? Still a decent living. And, you just talk to their people or whatever, and they're like, yeah, we should do like a package or whatever. I'm like, okay, when?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so it
goes out into the ether. It's all talk. Like you said, look at Al D'Amelio with that one record set him up. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Now, did he ever do anything studio-wise? Like, studio musician-wise, or was he just Al? Was it just him, that thing?
Yeah, I mean, he did the Return to Forever, and then his solos, he said he joined Return to Forever and got a deal with Sony basically at the same time. So that's when he did Land of the Midnight Sun, and then his other shit. That's what I say to you.
Your TV does not respect you.
Not at all. Not today, that's for sure.
The TV just said, fuck you first.
Yeah.
Didn't even blink.
And there it goes. It did. Once.
No, but I mean, did Al ever work with, like Lukather and do a studio stuff? I don't think so. I think he was always him.
His style is not.
No. It's just him.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he... Maybe if somebody hired him, they hired him to be him.
Yeah,
what I mean?
We need you to do Al.
He can't really be like,
We need you to be a metal guy.
Yeah, can you play on Taylor Swift's album?
You think he plays some
opening? It's gonna be all flamencoed out and shit.
See, he can't play punk rock.
No, he could. He just...
Could he?
He would hate it.
I don't know if he could even play it. I think it'd be painful.
I'm not saying it'd be good.
No.
It's just like anything else. Like, I played in bands and people are like, yeah, let's do a bunch of blues tunes. I'm like, you're not a blues band.
It's hard to do that. We should just do blues songs.
You're not a blues band.
Right.
It's a thing.
I agree.
As much as you want to... It's kind of being disrespectful to the blues, right?
Sure.
It's just like...
Or buying your way on the country music.
It's like trying to... Yeah, it's trying to make it into punk rock. You just can't do it.
Right, but that's what I mean. So, like, he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like, it would come off...
It's kind of like being Body Count. You know what I mean?
All right. I'll give you that. I understand.
You see where I'm going with that?
That was... Body Count was pre-Rage Against the Machine, right?
Oh, yeah.
So did Rage get the idea from them?
Body Count in a house.
It's offensive music. And he still couldn't say the N-word, even if it was heavy metal.
Yeah. I had to sit through that.
But did... You went and saw them?
They were on Lollapalooza.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he did half of his rap stuff and then half Body Count. It was fucking god-awful.
I didn't appreciate Body Count at all. I didn't think it was good.
No.
But, like I'm saying...
But they were in the house.
But did Rage...
That's really all
Did Rage Against the Machine steal from them?
No, I don't think they sounded at all.
Did they take... Is that the downward slope?
I know you hate Rage Against
the Machine. Is that where the point of... Is that patient zero? Is Body Count patient zero to all that horse shit that came after it?
I think whenever there's a let's try to. It's basically Nazi war crime music, right? Like, we're gonna take this and we're gonna merge it with this.
It's a mingala.
We'll sew the heads together.
It's a mingala of music.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. 100% genetic experiment. I try to mold this with this and this and
And
this
if it worked, I guess great. If it didn't work, whoops.
And then they, they just, everybody tried to jump on board, and
I mean, they
got
try to
paid.
do a grunge, they do everything, but
Yeah, sure.
it's funny that. But there was a time when someone had a checkbook, said, "All right, we'll give it a shot." Now, if you were like, if you came to somebody, be like, just do it
I mean,
yourself.
think about that early Pink Floyd stuff. That's some weird shit.
Yeah, like we talked about Crimson.
Yeah.
Somebody gave him checks to make 13 records,
Yeah.
and he didn't put anything out of his pocket. He didn't probably buy on any tours. Right. That's some weird shit. Some of that Floyd, the Yes. Somebody paid for those Yes records.
Yeah.
That shit's out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I mean,
What was the first one? The Yes album?
Yes. No, Fragile's later, right? Fragile's
I think Fragile was
the second
the second one,
It's the breakthrough.
which is usually the downfall.
Which is weird because it's still fucking weird.
It's 100% weird.
And it got radio play.
Right.
Odd. I mean, then they did that later on, that Owner of a Lonely Heart and all that. That was a little tough to listen to.
Yeah. That entire
Talk
album.
about Mengele. That was sewing John Anderson to fucking MTV.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't understand the leap. That's a leap. You want to talk about a leap?
Well, a different guy in the band.
Right. Right. That was Trevor Rabin.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
you're going.
A lot of keyboard shit.
Right.
More, sample stuff.
Sure.
Earlier, yes, he was playing keys, Wakeman,
Mm-hmm.
and then he just started like doing.
Yeah. Why didn't you ever change his name to Cape Man?
Cape Man?
He's wearing a
He
cape.
should be Cape Man.
That'd be great. That was the one where that's the one where he was telling the story where they had a paper tunnel.
Yes, yeah,
And
yeah.
where they would come through in a paper tunnel on stage, and then
Yeah.
the road crews would fuck you guys and put it outside. Send them outside.
Nice.
I mean, but like he used to swing around that fucking Hammond. I think he dropped them.
Oh, sure.
Imagine that. Like, but just like calling the record label. Listen, I know we're fucking out there. We're Yes, but we need $1,500. I gotta get another
And then new Hammond.
It's like,
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is this guy doing to these Hammonds? That thing's like a brick.
Yeah. Yeah, same year, body count on Lollapalooza, 9 Inch Nails played, and they destroyed their instruments in the second song
That's
for
fun.
the set. Yeah.
And they were done after 2 songs?
No, they had more shit.
Oh, damn it.
And, they come out with the cheap shit.
That's disappointing.
You know how it goes.
You like those guys?
It was entertaining. I'm not saying it. There's a lot of hit and miss there for me.
Mm-hmm. That's that industrial-ish, ministry-ish.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more radio friendly than Ministry.
Right.
Ministry can be a little hard to deal with.
Now, is that a case of dumbing down? Because he's a trained piano player. Trent
Reznor?
he's a trained piano player. Is that dumbing down the instrument or no?
No, because I don't even think he really plays any keyboards in it. Except for that one song where he goes ding, ding,
I've seen him.
ding, ding,
I've seen him.
ding, ding.
I've seen him
Same
do.
thing my 4-year-old did.
I've seen him do Cars with Gary Newman. That was pretty cool.
Okay,
Live, that was good.
that seems cool. I think he's more of a like a engineer,
Yeah.
recording engineer than a, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's mixing pieces in.
Gary Newman looked like the guy from that Motley Crue video with that haircut.
Nice.
He's a mess.
Yeah.
But it was a good.
Was it recent?
Yeah, like last year.
Okay.
Like they owed. He owes. Reznor kind of owes to him. He always says that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Gary Newman was an influence.
Right.
Like the thing with Billy Gibbons.
What does he have besides cars, though?
I don't know. you'd probably have to listen to it.
Yeah, it's hard to be an influence with one song.
But that's us. To him, he maybe fell in love with the record. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because Gary Newman didn't just release cars. I think he released records.
Yeah, I'm sure he had a whole career.
And maybe
nobody
he
listened to.
And maybe he just, it wasn't popular. But but then again, was he popular? Maybe he was popular in Europe.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if I know enough of the trail of Gary Newman. But that's like I said, Billy Gibbons in that one documentary. Al Jurgensen, he thanked him for stuff. I think for the later ZZ Top ideas, drum sounds and stuff.
Okay.
He's like, I stole from you. But imagine that you're you're a mess, and like Billy Gibbons wants to talk to me.
Yeah.
What? Just take me out to dinner? What did I do? Steal his wallet? Okay. So, yeah, but like I said, but that still did where are we going with this? I don't know. Trent Reznor, Dumb It Down.
Do we know?
We never know. It went into the weeds. But we did resolve Glenn Tipton. We resolved Queen. We didn't resolve Ammonia.
Nope.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. Like
episode 71.
Like Meatloaf said.
Yeah.
What I would have liked to see, I would have liked to see it personally, but he used to get naked in the 70s, I think it was. He was in Hair on Broadway.
Okay.
And he said something like they used to pay an extra $10 if you take your clothes off. Because, that was the hippie, dippy silliness. He could have sang for Freddie Mercury. He was on Broadway.
Great.
Could you imagine?
No.
Freddie Mercury in that suit, that outfit that Meatloaf wearing the Freddie Mercury suit?
Sure.
Just a big marshmallow with that big
He wouldn't look like that.
Just belting out Queen songs.
He's just like a puff, like the Tick version of Evel Knievel. Like, just bloated. Like he's been sucking blood.
That would probably look closer to Elvis.
Yeah.
If Elvis sang for Queen.
Yeah.
Now that guy was a cover artist. Elvis was a cover guy. Elvis didn't write one fucking song.
No need.
He did just fine. Only clothes I looked at said I can wear.
But he said, that was his lane, right? Like he didn't want to write.
No, he's a gospel singer.
Who needs it?
He wanted to be a white gospel singer.
Fantastic. Done.
He was the original version of the jerk.
Yeah.
Didn't know where he was from.
Yeah.
He just hung out with poor black people and then stole from them. Did he ever give back?
God bless America.
Well, did he ever give back?
Who gives back?
No, nobody ever.
He gave away a lot of Cadillacs.
Oh, yeah.
He gave that shit away.
What's the point of getting a Cadillac if you don't have any money for gas?
Take a rhinestone off your shirt.
Yeah.
At the gas station, there you go.
That'll fill it up, right?
Yeah.
Elvis gave it. It's worth something, right? Go away. All right, well, hey, got through 71.
We did it. That was 70.
70.
All right, folks. T.O.T.
See ya.